Welcome back, YouTube, to Finding Sasquatch. We're out here kind of early in the morning investigating a little bit of a incident that happened last night. We have a recording of something hitting this barn right here behind me, and we're over here looking for tracks. We found a couple castable tracks, which will be the first castable tracks we've found since we've officially began searching for Sasquatch. We're going to look around here, see if we can find some tracks. There's a little skift of snow on again. Going to search around. There's also an old chicken coop here behind me, back in there, and the sound sounds like it hit the barn and growled. We have enhanced audio of that so we can kind of hear it. It was recorded on a cell phone. Wasn't very clear, wasn't very audible in the cell phone, but once we enhanced it on the computer, definitely a knock and a growl, but it sounds like a knock was on this metal siding. So we're over here looking for tracks. We'll take you along. Stay tuned. We're finding Sasquatch. Alright guys, we found possibly where it was knocking at on the barn. It looks like wet hair has been against that metal siding. And I don't know if you can make that out or not. And it's about 6 feet tall right there, where that's at. Now, I know there's some old markings on here from some trees that used to... If you want to look at it this way, it would almost be like fingerprints and like the palm of the hands clear down here, which would make that about 11 inches long, which that's a pretty good sized hand. I'll try to get a still picture of that on my cell phone and see if I can't make out the detail on that better, but definitely something with like hair on it had been against that barn right there. Alright, welcome back guys. We had to get some plaster. I've never casted a print, never really thought I would ever find a print that I could cast. So this is our first attempt. Hopefully they turn out as good as I want them to, so you can see them. And we'll show you down here. My camera skills aren't real great. We outlined them, and I don't think I filled them up quite enough. Not sure. But I outlined them with some, only thing I didn't have any dry dirt or anything to kind of build an edge, so I used some salt that I had laying around. Like I said, I'm not sure that I filled them up as far as I should have, because I don't know how thick these are supposed to be when you cast a print. If any of you guys know, leave a comment down below, let us know how much plaster do you use to cast a Sasquatch print, because I don't know. Never done this before. We will let you know when these are dry. We pull them out and we'll see what we have. Alright guys, we're back here just kind of looking around, still looking for tracks. We found two that we cast, and they didn't turn out so great. It was the first cast we ever did. I don't think we mixed the plaster up very well. We'll show you that here in just a minute. But looking back here in this woods, and right there where he's standing, looks like a little bit of a bedding area, and it just doesn't look natural. It could be natural, I'm not sure. Let's see if we can check out what's going on here. So right there, that tree's broke off and down to the ground. There's a whole bunch of these other pieces.
That's wedged in between them.
Where he's standing, that log, there's no root ball there, but it's laying up in this. And there's another piece right there that's, I don't know how well you can see it. This piece right here is just laying up in there. I mean, you could kind of say it's a little bit of a structure possibly, but it's hard to tell for sure. I don't see where all the, like this tree right here, I don't see where it came from, but there's no root ball on it. But it's definitely leaning up in there pretty good. It's a good sized chunk of wood. Something interesting. There's another little piece sticking up over here. Right here. It's leaning up from the outside. We may walk around to the other side and kind of give a different view and see if it makes any more sense, but it kind of looks like something could have lived in here. Like this is open in here, but it's very sheltered with all this brush around it. Kind of cool. We're going to keep going. Here's a view from the outside, and looking at this tree, that's actually twisted right there. Kind of weird how it broke. Big branch hanging down here. There's another one right there. And kind of honestly a teepee shape. Whether it's natural or not, I don't know, but that's the view from the other side. Kind of cool. The other night, the story leading up to that, it was about midnight. The dog started going crazy, wanted outside really bad, so we let her out. She went running over behind the barn next door, and there's been coyotes coming up, so I wanted to go outside and see if there was coyotes. So I had my phone out and I was going to record them if they started yipping and carrying on back there. And to my surprise, all of a sudden the dog quit barking, and I heard a loud thud on the side of that barn. You'll hear it in the video, and then a growl like I've never heard before. Absolutely freaked me out. You know, I've been outside, I've done a lot of things outdoors, especially at night, and hunting and such, I've never been scared. That scared the crap out of me. Never heard anything like it before. There's only one thing I can think of that would make that sound, and that would be a Sasquatch. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Comment down below if you think what it is something other than a Sasquatch. Bears? No. Coyotes? No. I don't have another explanation for it. Kind of exciting. Anyhow, I almost dropped my phone in the process. Screaming at the dog, trying to get the dog to come back in right after that, and I stayed in the rest of the night. I wasn't going back outside. There was just no way. So here it is in the raw. What we believe is the first knock, albeit on the side of a barn, but the first knock and a growl from a Sasquatch that I caught on my cell phone just 2 nights ago. Alright guys, just finishing up here. We got our plaster cast pulled out. Kind of as I thought. I did not mix this right. Next time we know what we need to do now, hopefully. But for our first ones, you can kind of see what it is. But it didn't get mixed right. It wasn't mixed enough. A lot of lumps in it. So, not much we can do about it now. The prints are gone. Of course, after you cast them, that's the end of it. So, a little bit of a crazy, short little video here, I understand. But it was kind of an urgent feeling once we heard that growl the other night, and then finding the prints and just all the stuff going on all at one time here. I wanted to get you guys an update as soon as I could. So I'm going to show you these prints quick, and you can still make out the toes, but it's just really, I'll get real close here, you can see just really rough how the plaster turned out. This one really turned out horrible. It's the worst one. It's not much better in person as it is on camera. That one's kind of crap, but this one, you can see some of the raised areas here, a couple toes, and it was a really bad cast. So, learned my lesson. Next time we will do better. And part of it was a really old set of prints. Not very deep either, but it was something I thought was somewhat castable, so we tried it, and you know, it didn't turn out right, so it's alright. We'll keep trying. Stay with us, tune in, subscribe, like, you know, let us know you're watching. We appreciate the support. We're having a lot of fun doing this, but we're also we're just trying to find the answers. And I think in time we will find the answers. So stay tuned. If anything more exciting happens, we'll stay in touch with you guys, and we'll just see what happens. Until then, God bless, have a wonderful time, and we'll see you next time.